Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong, the owner of a Zhong Cage Fighting Series. Number 8 is going down next week, and we are last minute adding another amateur fight on the fight card. Will be the first fight of the night. Right next to me, we have Joshua Shults. Okay, am I pronounced correctly?
Yes.
All right, now Joshua, let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there. Where were you coming from, and born and raised, and a little bit about your background yourself?
I am from a small town up north, Corning, California, a couple hours north of Sac, near Chico, and trained there under Bruno Lima at the Bruno Lima Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy, Park Ave in Chico. And there ain't much to talk about when it comes to Corning. There's a lot of olive trees and not much else, just like a one-road town.
So you born and raised over there?
Born and raised there, yeah. Spent most of the adolescence growing up in Corning, wrestling, and then found my way to Chico not long after, where I found Bruno's and been there ever since.
So what do you guys do for fun out there? Like
In Corning?
Yeah.
There's not much to do for fun. You
wrestle some olives or something?
Yeah, maybe that. You find a sport to do, or wrestling, and yeah, it's a rural community, so all the typical, a lot of people like to hunt and fish out there, so that's cool if you're into that. That wasn't really my thing too much growing up, so really I just dedicated to athletics, and yeah, it's kind of a boring place.
You got big family, brothers, sisters?
Oh yeah. Family's there. Just 3 siblings and us and my mom, and we just kind of visit her in Corning, but we all took off as soon as we could, kind of, but still got a lot of love for the place, but right now I'm just chilling in Chico.
Making a amateur MMA debut, that's a pretty big deal.
Sure.
What have you ever, wrestling is your base, basically. You've done some jiu-jitsu tournament. This is the first MMA fight, right?
Yes.
So what got you into, like, from doing all the other wrestling, want to switch to MMA? What got you into that?
MMA has been something on my mind for like a long time. I've always been a fan. I was introduced to MMA like 6, 7 years old, so to me, it's always been like a little bit of a dream in the back of the head, but never really something I dedicated seriously to till maybe not long ago, a few years ago. But growing up wrestling, being a fan of the sport, started jiu-jitsu as a teenager as well. So it's almost just like it was meant to be. We just all led here.
Now, how old are you, Joshua?
I'm 25.
You're 25. Are you a high school, middle school wrestler, or you a college wrestler?
I started in elementary and I did a little bit in junior college, but that was pretty much the end after that.
No, you've been wrestling for a minute.
Yeah, no, I started pretty young, got into freestyle and Greco in junior high, but I've been doing like folk style and collegiate stuff since like pretty young.
Did you graduate from college?
No, junior college, sure, but not the full 4-year degree. I'm like on the 10-year plan, 15-year plan, so maybe someday in the future, but I'm not really focused on school right now.
So do you have a full-time job?
No, I do delivery, some DoorDash on the side to make some money. I do some teaching to make some money at the academy, and that's keeping the plate full right now.
So now, how long have your Jiu-Jitsu Academy been around in that town?
Been around for like just over a decade now, so that first 10 years is out of the way.
That's pretty good. Well, congrats on the academy making it that long. And how long have you been training Jiu-Jitsu?
I was almost 19, but I was 18 years old, so started like almost 7 years ago. But yeah, the consistent training's been like last few years here, but I did start at 18, so it's been a while now.
That's been a while. Definitely have a good resume on your name. Now, on the upcoming fight, you are against the guy, is a veteran of the sport, has a few fights, Eric Walker. What do you know about him?
Not much, to be honest. I know that he is my first fight, kind of the first name in my head, but I've watched a little bit of his stuff, but trying to focus on me a little more. So yeah, I honestly don't know that much about the guy.
That's pretty awesome. Sometimes it's better that way. Focus on yourself, fight your fight, So, what's your game plan coming into this fight?
Game plan is to come in,
take down, smash,
win. Yeah, I mean, I'd say on paper that's probably what he thinks I'm gonna do. Then just see how it goes. But it's a fight, so it's like most things. I think you just expect the unexpected, but yeah, I think most people would say like try to get to the ground. That's what everyone's gonna expect out of me. So, but we'll see.
Now you fight in the MMA world. Who's your favorite MMA fighter?
That's a tough one. It's my first. Man, I gotta give a shout out to Matt Hughes. He was like
Matt Hughes.
I
Yeah.
mean, when I growing up as a wrestler, like, my first guy that I really liked was like Dan Severn. A little bit later, Matt Hughes. Today, oh man, that's a tough one. That really is. I guess I'll give a shout out to all the local guys. So you gotta give a shout out to like Faber and all the alpha male dudes and just all the local guys. I'm always rooting for California guys, aka the Diaz Academy. All those guys that are from NorCal, I'll support those guys. So,
Well, you are one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully you be one of them. People will be looking out for you. You know.
Yes.
Which fighter's style that you like the most?
I think the stand-up. I mean, obviously, guys like O'Malley and Adesanya. That style is like, that's a good one for the fans. So I appreciate that, but I also like those grapplers too. Someone that mixes it up well. I mean, Aljo mixes it up well. There's just so many guys. I don't really have a favorite, but those three guys I mentioned, they're kind of the guys that I just watched recently. So
Now you are fighting on this upcoming next Saturday. It's 145-pound weight, featherweight. What do you walk around weighing?
Probably 55, anywhere between 55 and 60, but 55 is a good weight for me to be chilling at.
In the future, do you ever think about go down to 145, 35?
No. But I don't really think about too much of the future, or I try not to.
Mm-hmm.
So
One fight at a time?
none of those thoughts come into my head. I think 35 probably never gonna happen to me.
I mean, you'd only what? You're 25.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a pretty tall, lanky frame. I think you can go into something a little bit more. Do you lift in weight?
Yeah.
So you probably even go to 45, 55. You
It's
know,
possible. That'd be more likely. But
more likely as you get older, eat a couple more burritos, you can just fuel up a little bit more. You know.
Sure.
Now, if people want to get a hold of you to watching you fight, contact you for tickets, how can people find you?
I'm on Instagram. Tag is Shultsy, all lowercase with 2 Y's at the end. SHULT.
Sosi.
Schultzy, like
Shulty.
yes, just
Shulty.
a couple Y's on the end of Schultz.
SHULTS.
Or at the Bruno Lima Academy, Instagram, Facebook. They have social media. That's a good place.
Now, is your professor Brazilian?
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, can't tell. You know, sometimes you just can't tell. You know. Now, if your opponent watching this interview, Eric Walker, what do you have to say to him?
Let's have fun, my friend, and I'll see you Saturday. That's all. Not much to say to the guy. I'll see him when I see him.
Now, do you have any special loved one, training partners, supporters, sponsors? People you want to shout out to?
I'll give a shout out to just the city of Corning. They raised me, brought me up. Without them, there's no me. But other than that, just Bruno Lima, coaches Pablito Quintana, George Lozano. They've been kind of helping me in my striking. And then other than that, just the academy. Bruno's is the spot I've been training. All my training partners are there. So everyone at Bruno Lima's, just shout out to them.
That's pretty awesome. Now, what county is the Bruno Lima at?
Butte County.
Butte County.
Butte County.
Butte County and Chico.
Chico County.
So anybody in Chico area looking for a place to train, get in shape, hit up Bruno Lima. It looks like we have a very good coach around there. The academy's been over a decade, so it's hard to do. And even the pandemic, not a whole lot of academy actually make it through the pandemic. I mean, I know in the Bay Area, probably 30% of the academy got shut down during the whole pandemic. So, hope people are doing well. This event's a live stream pay-per-view, so if your family, friends can't make it to the event, make sure they stay tuned in, order the live stream pay-per-view voucher from DragonHouseMMA.com. We will get your poster, rock and roll tonight, and then we'll see Joshua Shults making his MMA debut next Saturday. So making sure you guys stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe my YouTube channel. Give me some love and support. I appreciate all the MMA fight fans in the Bay and internationally. All the people always order my pay-per-view. We'll see you guys next Saturday. Another huge epic event's going down. I am Zhong Lo signing out. Any last word you want to say to anyone out there?
Shout out to Chico. Shout out to Corning.
There we go. We have Joshua Shults. We'll see you guys next Friday.